Hey guys, welcome back. So I've got a Asus RX590 GME. To be honest, I really think it's just an Asus Arez 8 GB. It's been vBIOS changed, but we're going to open it up and see if it is true, if it is a true 590 GME or if it's a 580 really. So what I'll open it up and see what we got. So box is basic, comes in anti-static packaging. Let's get it out, and what I'll do my normal tests, and then we'll open it up and see the chip inside. So you can see dual RX590 GME 8 GB version. So the board looks decent. So it's a dual fan. It's got Asus on it. On the PCIe, it's got this protector on it, which is good. Looks new. On the side, it's got Asus on it, and it's an 8-pin. The heat pipes, and I'm not sure if you can see, but here you can see the memory chips are not covered by the heatsink, so it might run a little bit hot, but we'll test it out. Nothing on that side. And then here, 2 HDMI ports, 2 display ports, and a DVI. So what we'll do is we'll get up my other RX590, the fake one, and we'll size it up against this one. So here you can see the new one against the LSE 590 GME, and it's a little bit wider, but similar weight. Heatsink looks a little bit better. 2 pipes coming out of it, so hopefully the thermals are decent. But yeah, we'll pop that into my system and we'll get that tested. So I've got the card inside the machine now, and it comes up with RX590 GME, but again this might be a fake BIOS. Shaders comes up with 2304, the GPU clock 1420, and the memory clock is 2000. If I go to advanced section, you can see the power board limit is 150. So I'm in Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, and I've got our Extreme 1080p upscaling off. Let's see what we get. So indoors at the moment we're getting about 70s, which looks pretty decent. Let's go outside, and we're hitting low 60s maybe, but if I go out here and see the whole scene, it drops to 50 because obviously there's a lot of more textures to process. So Extreme is pretty high, and let's have a look at the temperatures. It's hitting around 67, 68 degrees, which isn't too bad. Utilizing 100% of the graphics, and yeah, looks pretty decent. Just want to do a quick test on how well it does on Extreme, because obviously you want to check out all the the highest settings. So this is how it's performing. Memory is around 6,700, about 7 gigs, and obviously this is an 8 gig card, so still hitting the highest VRAM. Let's go back, let's go all the way to minimum. So we go graphics, quality, let's put it to minimum, and then we'll upscale it to 2.1, and this is the best case scenario. Let's put it to auto performance, apply settings. So if you were using the lowest settings, this is how much you'll get. It's going over 100. Inside is around 120. Outside you're hitting around 100ish. Let's go back to the whole scene, and it's gonna probably drop, yeah, high 90s, but yeah, it's still playable. The graphics looks amazing, even at minimum, with FSR 2.1 on. And yeah, that's a quick test of Modern Warfare 2 with this 590 GME, or if you want to call it the RX580. So yeah, there you go. Right, so I'm going to open up the graphics card now, and just need to take these 4 screws off, and maybe these 2. After I've done that, I'll check what the GPU core is, if it's a RX580 or a 590 GME, and then I'll replace the thermal paste with the MX4. Right, so I just had to take the 4 screws out. I didn't have to take off the other 2, so I just flipped it around. I'm going to take this off now, and we'll see what's underneath. So So we can see the heatsink looks new, and the board, it looks absolutely new. You can see the memory chips. They haven't got any thermal pads or anything like that, so they might be running a little bit hot. So yeah, managed to get in focus. You can see this is a RX580 board. It's a 21509-138, which is an RX580 serial number and not a 590 GME. So it appears that they've put a 590 GME vBIOS onto a RX580 hardware, which is not good, but it is what it is. I'll contact the seller and see what they say, but I'm going to just clean that up and then just do the reverse, and hopefully we get better temps. I've done a benchmark on superposition. The black one is the MLLSE, and all the results are pretty much similar. So yeah, it's basically an RX580. If you guys have any questions, write them down below. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.